Welcome. I'm Tom Ashforth, Co-Managing Director of the Connecticut Division of R.M. Friedland. And I'm here with Nathaniel Barnum, the other Co-Managing Director of Connecticut Division, to discuss the 2024 year-end market report of Fairfield County. Nat, big part of our business is office.
Yep.
And the way the year ended up from a leasing standpoint was the best markets did the best, the lower markets struggled.
Right.
Meaning Greenwich is close to achieving all-time market highs. Westport, same thing. But there's still a struggle in Stamford, Norwalk market where they're 30 to almost 40% vacant.
Right. That's exactly right. And I think that just on your heels regarding the leasing side, as you said, Greenwich has gone through the roof with leasing prices that have gone up to $140 a square foot right downtown central Greenwich. That's really the hub of where all the activity takes place. High-end financial-related companies go in there, and they take the best spots, and it's impressive. For 5- and 10-year deals, it's an unrelated and unrepeated event that's happened in the past.
Right. So a lack of space, so we continue to see asking rents go up. I would say, in my opinion, a big question with office leasing is occupancy. Mm-hmm. I think I've seen more of a return of employees returning to the office. Would you say the same?
Absolutely the same. And they're finding that, I think, across the board, which is interesting. They've just come out with that fact.
So on the sales side, it's truly the AA trophy office properties that are seeing mainly the leasing and these high market rents we're talking about.
Absolutely.
We haven't seen many sales in the office. I think that's yet to be seen. But I think I know in Manhattan, there's a trophy office building about to hit the market. And some of the all-time rents in Manhattan, like the Seagram's building, has hit $200 a foot. So I think for office properties, it's yet to be seen, but we see an uptick. And then also, many of the owners with their debt coming due have had to negotiate with their lenders, generally for an extension.
Right. Absolutely right. And it's going to be interesting to see with those lenders in terms of them looking down the road at where the market's going and how much of those buildings are occupied in order to cover their debt. It's going to be an interesting story and looking forward. But hopefully it's going to stabilize and as we look forward. Right.
So what would you say on the retail front?
Retail is interesting, and it depends on where you end up. In Greenwich, it's very high end, and that's really the sort of the pinnacle of where retail is in Fairfield County right now. You've got leases on Greenwich Avenue in the range of $140 to $850 a square foot, triple net, which is just amazing because about 5 years ago it would have been in the 60s depending on where you were on the avenue, and it's not showing any holding back.
Right.
Of course, it all depends on size. If you're a smaller size on the avenue, obviously those numbers are on the highest levels. If you have a large piece of space like you do over at Pickwick Plaza, it's going to be a little bit tougher in terms of the marketing. A little longer time before tenants.
Right. And I think the other asset class which continues to get attention is industrial or flex industrial, just for the lack of supply and still the demand for space or industrial flex space throughout Fairfield County. The economy still seems to be moving forward at this point. Jobs report was okay of recent. There's hope that President Trump will do the right thing. The tariffs is still a big question as far as does that inflect inflation or the economy? So it's yet to be seen. So I know Wall Street's talking about a lot of volatility. We think we're starting to see a little more stability in the real estate market.
Yeah, I think you're right. And as they talk about with Trump, is whether those first half of the year, as a result of some of those tariffs having a reverberation back from where he's sending those, we'll see what ends up happening with regard to that final tier. The second half of the year, which is supposed to be pretty good, so they say. Thank you for joining us, and thanks to LMC Media Studios for hosting us today. To download a full market report for Fairfield County, visit rmfriedland.com or reach out to us directly at RM Friedland Commercial Real Estate at 914-968-8500.